This 1 Degree Outside video is sponsored by Fiesta Shows. Have fun with the whole family June 19th through 22nd at the Acton Lions Club Carnival with Fiesta Shows. It's rides, games, fried dough, the works, and every ticket supports local scholarships and programs. Skip the ticket line and save with promo code 1degree at fiesta.onedegreeoutside.com. And as we dive into our Insights video here on a Monday to kind of set the tone for the week, that deep dive into meteorology over the next several days, you already know that our partners are a huge part of how we can do what we do and bring it to you. And all these basic videos are free of charge. And we tip the cap to Fiesta Shows for being our partner here leading up to and through the Acton Carnival, which is coming up this weekend. So if you live anywhere near the Route 2 corridor, Acton, Concord, Carlisle, that whole area, you know what? You must know how to pick the weather because it's going to be perfect summer stuff just in time for the carnival Thursday through Sunday. You almost have different choices on air. You've got the classic summer heat and humidity on both Thursday and Sunday. Got a little bit more comfortable air. It's in on Friday and Saturday, but either way, it is classic summer stuff just in time. You can save money for the whole family with the wristbands and all that. Fiesta.onedegreeoutside.com. And again, that's something where we try and pick partners that will help to bring you value. And Fiesta Shows have been great about that with the promo code you can use, or you can sign up for their local newsletters to when carnivals come into your town. So again, fiesta.onedegreeoutside.com. Show them some love. In the meantime, this week brings a long-awaited transition in the weather. Some showers do come with that transition, but we end up in a warm pattern. It's also going to be a pattern that has a propensity for some storms. And I think we're going to finish out June warmer than normal. And we'll talk more about that in pattern predictions, but I told you that last week, right, that we flipped the pattern as we get to the mid-month, and it still looks like that is going to happen. A big part of that is the jet stream. You've got a trough or a dip in the jet stream, the westerlies, the fast river of air high in the sky that steers disturbances and separates warm air to the south from cooler air to the north. There's that trough. There's that dip still with you. You say, wait a minute. It's after midweek and you still have a trough. I know. But I think what we're going to see is we're going to start to see the warmth coming up underneath that trough. And so you're going to start warming up in the middle to end of this week. And then you're going to make that bona fide pattern flip. We'll talk more about in the pattern predictions coming up. Rainfall totals over the last 7 days. You can see that when you get into the warmth, because a lot of the central and southern United States has been there, it's not that it turns hot and dry. Actually, it's that it turns hot and stormy. That's been the case over the last 7 days across a lot of the country. We have now been removed from a lot of that here in New England for the most part. And when you look at the precipitation forecast in the next 48 hours, more of the same, right? We keep anywhere there's heat and humidity, you're going to light up with storms. We are going to get into a little bit of that here as we get into the next couple of days, only because we're making the transition into the new air. A reminder that you can always time this stuff out as it comes and goes using our app, totally free, 1 degree outside weather on the App Store and Google Play. We've had a little bit of wildfire smoke left over in the sky today. It's been light to, in some spots, moderate. Notice that it begins to thin out as we get to the overnight tonight, and tomorrow it really thins out, but it's not that you'd notice anyway because there's going to be clouds that will be in place for tomorrow. So let's dive into that. The pollen count is down. Congratulations. You made it through the worst of the tree pollen. It may climb back to moderate again as we get toward Friday, but by and large, you've gone through the worst of the season there. Notice at the surface over the next couple of days, today into tomorrow, you've got multiple areas of low pressure. We are definitely not squarely into the warmth right away. But as we start getting out toward midweek, we get one more little wave that comes through on Wednesday, and behind it, we open up a taste of warmth. And what happens is Thursday, you've got a cold front approaching. That's why there may be an evening storm on Thursday. But behind that, you'd say, well, that's a cold front. So how much warmth are we really going to have? Take a look. If you look at Thursday's forecast highs, a lot of the country is into the 80s and 90s. So there is plenty of warmth waiting. You'll get that cold front to come by, and then once you start changing the pattern, you really start going warm here for the rest of the month. So in terms of predicted radar and clouds, you can see that Tuesday, we're not into that warmth yet, right? We're in the transition zone. You've got clouds. You get some scattered showers out of the gate in the morning. They are exactly that. They are scattered showers. The best chance of having them come together and congeal into a little bit more in the way of some light rain would be in central, northern, and western portions of New England as we get through the day. And you can see that certainly even to the end of the day for that matter as well. The farther north you are, and I do mean far north, or the farther south you are, the more it becomes scattered or even isolated when you get to someplace like the South Coast. Wednesday, I think we have one more impulse that has to come by. That is going to bring with it another round of showers. We have to watch that a little bit carefully because there's a warm front there. And if it comes in with the right timing and you can get a little bit of sunshine out ahead of it, you actually could get some stronger severe thunderstorms with it the way it's set up. It's unlikely, but not impossible, depending on the precise timing. Then Thursday, I actually think a lot of the day, I mean, you're just into the heat, the humidity. You're up around 90. You've got the humidity making it feel like it's more than that. Dew point temperatures are climbing up to about 70 or a little bit better. It's a first real deep, hot, humid day on Thursday. That will breed storms in upstate New York during the course of the afternoon, and those will carry east. I think TBD on precise timing of arrival. They may come in pretty late in some parts of eastern New England. We'll see how the front times out. And then another follow-up disturbance Friday could bring us a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, but I think the air is changed by that point, so it wouldn't be quite as vigorous as what we'll be looking at developing, at least to the north and west and northern and western parts of New England as we get into Thursday late day. Total amount of rain between now and the end of the week is not a lot. You can see it's generally a quarter to half inch, so again, you do get into some of that kind of expanding rain that we looked at, but it's not going to be a significant deal. High temperatures we head into tomorrow, going to be running in the 70s. Remember, that's transition day. That's the scattered showers, right? Tomorrow night, down to the 60s, 50s for some in Maine. Then we open the door to the warmth. We start going into the 80s. By the time we get to Wednesday, there may still be some sea breeze kind of influence going on. Thursday, forget about a sea breeze. Here comes the heat. We go up 90 degrees or better in a number of spots. We'll do it all the way up to Fryeburg, Maine. There's the storms that come in Thursday, late day or evening in northern and western New England, perhaps late in the evening. The farther east that you go, we'll see on the precise timing. Friday, that follow-up impulse or disturbance that comes in and may get a couple of scattered showers or a thunderstorm going, but I don't think it's a terrible day. I think it's a fairly quick-moving disturbance for us overall. And a reminder that if you'd like to take part in more meteorology with us, we're all about the science, membership.onedegreeoutside.com. You'll be able to join one of our membership tiers that fits just right for you. Swag.onedegreeoutside.com if you want to rep the brand. That's how things look for now. Hope you have a great start to the week. Love bringing you these videos. Don't forget pattern predictions. Look at the next 2 weeks coming up in just a little bit.